Hello. Hello. I say in a rather helloish voice this evening. It is me. Again, you know it's me. If you've been waiting to watch this nonsense, or have you haven't, you might have just joined in by accident. Don't look like anybody else just yet though. But I'm not worried about it. Not going to worry about it at all. So, what's happening tonight? Well, what's happening is I'm going to wait for somebody to just come back and try and address more than 3 people, and it might be worthwhile doing. This evening, I'm going to do another strange curry. But it's not going to be that strange, it's just that the ingredients are somewhat, well, one of the ingredients is slightly unconventional, and when I say slightly unconventional, I mean non-traditional. Not a traditional ingredient to use. Try and explain how much explaining does it take, and why am I making so much like hard work of simply getting this mince out of this. Now, mincemeat curry is basically a keema, except the difference is that mine is using beef rather than lamb, for 2 rather, well, obvious reasons. One is 3 rather obvious reasons. One is the one I mentioned the other day about seeing lammies bouncing around, hopping around. They don't actually hop, do they? But they kind of hop when they're playing together, frolicking around in the fields, having a lovely time together. And I see them and I don't think I'd like to eat that. So that's one thing. The other is that beef is cheaper. And the other is that this one was even cheaper again, 30% off. So what better reason could you have to use it than that? Well, no. But I'm going to make something that I made just a few days back, which I don't know if I did. I might have done. I don't even know if I did a live stream with it or not. That's just it. I don't know where I am these days. I don't know whether I did a live stream with it or not. I don't know. But I'm going to do exactly the same thing, almost exactly the same thing as with anything I cook. I tend to think, that's really good, but it could do with this. That's really good, but it could do with this. That's awful. I could have done with not doing this, etc. And that's what's happened. This particular minced beef curry that I made the other day, I did it as a kind of a cross between as a akogosht and madras. So it's quite spicy, but not massively so. But all the time I was eating, I kept thinking, this would really work with a bit of potato. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And because the potato isn't even cooked, I'm just going to bung it straight into the pan, diced like so. So we'll have plenty of time to actually cook. That's an unusual way of doing it. I've never done that before. But there's a first time for everything. The only downside to this possibly would be that because I'm not boiling the potatoes, I'm not getting rid of any of the starch. So that means that it is a slightly less healthy version of something that isn't considered to be healthy in the first place. It'll cook okay, it won't be poisonous, it just won't necessarily help me lose some weight. And now I'm wearing an orange t-shirt, it certainly looks like I do need to do. Let me just finish it over here, because I am currently making a cup of tea. Well, that's it, I'll prove it. Yeah, I'll prove it. As if you need proof. Do you want proof? I'm making a cup of tea. You're going to get it. You're about to see it right now. This is it. And what else do you expect me to do? You should know. I make cups of tea all day long. And I drink them all day long as well. As you know, maybe you do, maybe you don't. There's bound to be somebody reasonably new here that doesn't know that I drink tea all the time. It's not all the time because I don't find myself waking up in the middle of the night drinking tea. That's when you know you're going a bit too far with it. That hasn't happened so far. So what else do I have? I have my pan here of onions and garlic and a little bit of lime pickle, which are just cooking nicely. In a while, I shall liquidise that, and then we'll go into this once this starts to cook. I also have a tin of plummy tomatoes. Yeah, they will be going in there, and a bag of coriander. That will be going in there as well. Maybe not all of it, but most of it, because what made my previous curry taste so good, was actually the amount of coriander in it. And it is an amount of coriander that could be described as a little bit too much. And as many of us know, a little bit too much is exactly the right amount. So, enough of this waffling, because I'm taking my time with this tonight. I'm not currently hungry, and I would like to definitely speak to everybody who is here tonight. And let's put it on all chat to start with. There we go. And go right to the beginning. Welcome back to Doom Dolly. Ah, yes. And watch out, Mustard. Nigel's sneaking up behind you. A cover picture. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Keep on coming up with these ideas, actually. I quite like them. Incidentally, let's start this off. Apparently this little dolly is called Eleni. And Eleni is part of some strange story that's been going on with all sorts of different characters. And, I can't even follow it. It's like a mystery. It's like a mystery at a primary school where, yeah, none of the children are normal. Well, I mean, that's not abnormal at this school, put it that way. Hi all, and hello Mustard. I am a friendly resident moderator. Here, says the Greenwood, here to chat and tidy and keep all the nice people happy. And wondering if eating 8 eggs in one go is too many. Asking for a friend. No, it's not. No, of course it's not. Not unless you ended up being too full and then consequently fell ill, rough, bilious, pukey, whatever it was that you felt. Then 8 eggs are fine. Usual rules apply. Most important thing being, don't be a dick to the other chat members. And there we go. Perfect. Thank you very much for the introduction, which is kind of the same, but we don't want it to change too much, do we? There's an awful lot of activity going on upstairs tonight. Just have a quick mix-up of this. And Peter P. Hello, Peter P. Peter P is here. Peter P is here. Hello, Peter. I'm here for Doom Dolly. Oh, that's a shame, because Doom Dolly is probably going to not be quite as active tonight, are you? Doom Dolly. Afternoon, Mustard and friends. Says Stephen S. Paul. Thank you very much. And the mug slamming. That's what. Well, I'm not going to be using any cheese tonight, so I'm going to have to use something else. How about coriander slamming? That will be a good one because it can't really be too loud. Coriander. Let me know if that was a pleasant oral experience. Ew, gosh, this chair's got a bit knackered. Slam that mug. Oh, go on. Says Peter P. And I just did. I'm going to do it. Right, we might get a few interruptions tonight. Girl, Dad, cooking up deliciousness. What's up, Mustard, and everyone in chat? When we're going to do a cooking collaboration? I don't know. How could we do that? Are you talking about meeting up in person, or actually just doing it virtually? I might have to get them to calm it down just a little bit because they are exceedingly loud tonight. Yes, so mug slam. Let's make a song. Charlotte Calliston is here. Hello and good evening. With a moon. It looks like it's either a moon or a fingernail that's been chewed off. Hello, Charlotte. Random Buff. Oh yes, I don't know who you are, but I like that. Excellent. Have you heard that song? Teen, teen. No, I haven't. Should I have done? Or should I not have done? I don't know. Random Buff. Hello, Random Buff. Felt fine after my 8 eggs, says the green word. Was an amazing curry that I made. And it was a little bitter at first. But then bunged in some coconut oil. Let it simmer for a while before adding eggs. You boiled the eggs, yeah? You boiled them, or did you just try some fried eggs with it? Yes, Doom Dolly action. Let's not do that. Love fresh coriander, stalks in the mix, leaves all over the top. Exactly. Cooking the stalks. Cooking the stalks. And yeah, I love it too. I love it. It's the best thing. The coriander. Right now, if you like coriander, then scrambled eggs. Yes, that's what I did. A few weeks back. It was fabulous. Right, you want to try and get it so that you don't scramble the eggs up too much, but sort of tip it in and let it just stand, so you end up with chunks of egg rather than just sawdust of egg. We don't want sawdust of egg, do we? Sawdust of egg. Now, I had a thought earlier on actually. I had a thought because some of you will know that a little while back I was doing live streams and I was getting exceedingly good numbers, and I had an American audience that come from nowhere. Many of those have subscribed and popped back from time to time, but then it all disappeared. And I thought, what have I done wrong? And it turns out it's just an algorithm thing. But I discovered something today, and that is that when I did this, originally I'd also created a couple of shorts for this channel. One was me trying out different condiments on biscuits, that was rather good, and the other was condensed pizza making into, I thought, 30 seconds or something. And that seemed to be, it's probably just a coincidence, but that seemed to happen at the same time as making these shorts. So I thought, as the shorts and the live stream thing go on a similar thing, according to Mr. B, then why not do a short? So that's why I did one today. Also because I quite like doing them. And I'm thinking of making more little videos like that. I really enjoyed making that one. And the good thing is they're not too long. They're not too long if you don't like them. Because somebody might have seen it and thought, God, this is a stupid idea. This man is just intolerable. Like that. But I wouldn't have wasted too much of their time, so it's fine. They couldn't really get too upset about it, could they? So I don't feel bad. Now, as I've given that a minute there, let's see if anybody else is then talking about anything, and I think you actually did. Oh, right, yes. Cooking up, Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness says, virtual, I'm down. Mustard, I'm down. Check me out when you're free time. Okay, I will do. Scrambled eggs in one sauce, perfect. Yep, you gave me the idea. I was very careful not to mush it all up. Wow, I love it when I give people ideas. That makes me feel Rather good, actually, thank you. A very good evening, Mustard, and everyone in chat, says Andrew Buttigieg. Hello, Andrew. Hello. Albatross Fishy Guy. Albatross Fishy Guy. That's quite a good name, actually. I like that one. If you're still here, hello. I'm going to give you a 7, and not and 7, a 7 out of 10 for that name. Albatross Fishy Guy. If you want your name to be ranked out of 10 by me, make sure you pop along with an interesting name. And then I'll do it. I just tend to do these kind of things, and somebody likes it. Hello, Albatross. Hello, Albatross. Raj is here again. Good for you, mate. Hi, Captain. Looking in good mood today. Very rare scenes. Don't you worry. You can turn my mood upside down and make me feel exceedingly grumpy with just a few short comments, I'm sure. Give it a go. Give it a go. Give it a go. Give it a go, and the dolly will know. Yes. So what am I doing next with this is here? Oh, also, what I was going to ask, as there are 18 people currently watching. Oh, hang on. Hey, focus, says Divya Panchola. If anybody's got any rather curious ideas they'd like to see me do in a short, then let me know. Because it's not like I haven't got any ideas, but yeah, I want to be inclusive, you know. Give us a go, and the dolly will know. And you can trace. I forgot I even said that. It actually sounds quite good, that, doesn't it? What are you going to cook today? Asks Raj. I'm doing a curry, but with beef mince instead of lamb. Sarah Green is here. Hello, Sarah Green. Panchola, sorry, sir. How are you? I'm fine. How are you? Thank you for joining me. In fact, Sarah Green and Divya Panchola, I don't know your name, so please tell me where you're from, because I'm always interested. Just the country. I don't want to know what town. Just the country. And whilst you're at it, please feel free to like the live stream, and of course, go on. Go on. You know what to do, don't you? Go and press that subscribe button. That's worthwhile doing. Nobody's going to regret doing that, I don't think. Where you live? I'm in London, says Divya Panchola. I am in Manchester, or at least just east of Manchester by about 10 miles. But not that many people who are from London area will know of a place called Rochdale, and that is where I am actually right now. Thank you for answering. And now, back to having a bit of a stir up with the old... Oh, hang on, there's another new one there. That's another new one, I think, isn't it? Is it a new one? Let's find out. No, it's not. Roundtree. I'm in the UK, barred from London because of my Auntie Shirley Ballas. Nice to meet you too, thank you. Captain, in India, we worship cow and beef is against our culture. Oh, I know. Yep. And the thing is, I'm going to say that lamb is against my culture, I suppose, because I just don't want to eat it. Whereas beef, cows, I'm not really too worried about. Well, I mean, I don't take any joy out of eating such things, but I need to eat, and I'm not going to be a vegetarian ever. Oh, hang on, wait a second. Right, so, Roundtree, was you here yesterday, or am I thinking of somebody else with a similar name? Divya, you must be definitely from India originally. Your name tells it. I guess it does, actually. That's what we want, though, isn't it? People from all around the world not just in the UK. People in the UK, yeah, great. I have 5 or 6 of them. In fact, I'd like it if there was no more than sort of 30% people in the UK, because what I really want here is to speak to people from all around the world who like speaking to men in orange tops, beards and glasses. I'm sure somebody will agree with that. I much prefer mutton to lamb. Deeper flavour, but hard to get hold of in London, where we have very little indie butchers. Well, what do they do with all the sheep? What do they do with all the sheep? Because lamb is very... right, it's a Dino Dad is a good evening, ram's balls. Lamb's a very fatty meat, and I like that. It just means it's got to have an awful lot of cooking for it to be right, doesn't it? Ryan Menzel. Ryan Menzel. Is that a real name? I like it anyway. Hi, good evening all, says Ryan Menzel. Welcome to the live stream. Please like it. Please stay. Please join in. If anybody's got any jokes tonight, gosh, I would really, really, very, very much welcome some jokes. I do love a joke. Hi Ross, hi. They sell mutton more locally to raising and slaughter, and it goes into meals, I guess. Yeah, I suppose it is. Raj says, I am pure vegetarian. Are British vegetarian by any chance? Or British are the British vegetarian? Some are, some are not. There's a lot of vegans about as well, which is really taking it a step further, isn't it? I'm a bit over sheep. I've been watching Clarkson's farm. A bit over sheep? You mean you've had enough of sheep? Ever tried banana butty? Asks Roundtree. I haven't, and I do know somebody who has as a banana. Oh, jeez, can't get it right. I do know somebody who has eaten a banana butty on a regular basis, and I just find the idea of it utterly, and I'm into trying different things. Yes, it's my real name. I'm from Wales, but Dad's side is German. Menzel. That's quite an interesting name, though. I like it. Claggy yuck, says Greenwood. Are we talking about banana butties? I hope so, because that's certainly what I think. They shouldn't be allowed. No. Well, they're not allowed. I wouldn't eat one. Can you hear the cooking sounds okay? I don't know how much you'd want to hear them, but before, when I first put the meat on, it was like a bit too loud, really. Banana and peanut butter and honey. No, that's horrible. I think actually what it is that I like the more savoury things than the sweet things. So, too many sweet things together, I just don't really like it. When I was growing up, I hated the idea of trifle. I thought trifle, I don't mind jelly, I don't mind custard, but mixing them together, oh no. Well, I'll eat it now, of course, but back then I wouldn't. Hang on. You like croissants? Yes, I do. I like them. I like them very much, actually. What the heck? Says, can I name a fish? Of course you can. I might not remember the name, and I might not keep it myself, but you are welcome to call all of them whatever you like. Way to ruin a peanut butter sandwich by adding banana. World of True Crime. Good evening all. Good evening to you, World of True Crime. Might explain my diabetes. Yes, possibly. I doubt it. I don't think diabetes is that easy to end up with. Fishy Man. Is that the name of one of the fishes that you've chosen? Hello, and hope you are well, says the World of True Crime. I'm well. What about everybody else? I'm sure they're fine. Mustard, what's a cooking? Yeep. And what is a cooking is currently just... Oh gosh, I nearly fell over the chair. What's a cooking is quite simply some beef mince, which is kind of there now. This is kind of there. So, whilst in between comments and things, I shall start to do some of the other things. And that is, making some liquid onion. Well, an onion sauce, because currently I don't bother chopping them up very much either. So what's the point? There's like chop them up into pieces that size. Now there's whole pieces of garlic there. There's no point in chopping them up because I am about to get out the whizzy thing. The whizzy thing will turn all cooked things into sauce. And that's what we want. Clearly what we want. So, to try and keep up with things, I'm going to simply whiz this up, bung this in the pan, and then I'm going to get back to reading comments out. So if you are currently looking at this and saying something, please be patient. And please, like the live stream. It's important. Thank you, whoever did that. Number 12. Like number 12. Have yourself a pat on the back. The next one is going to be, the next person who likes this live stream will have a new nickname from me. And it'll be a nice one as well. It won't be a horrible one. It'll be one that you'll like. Number 13. Whoever is number 13 and liking this live stream is now known affectionately by me as Penguin. Yeah, do you see? 14. And number 14. Well, number 14, whoever liked this live stream, if I ever meet you, I shall pat you on the back. Oh no, now we've lost one like. Now that could be Penguin, who didn't like being called Penguin after all. Ooh, right, that's not quite enough water in there. I've just realised that has reduced a lot more than I actually intended. That means that if I try and whiz this up now, it will just splatter everywhere, and I don't really want that to happen, so I'm going to have to get some more. Oh look, another one's gone. They come, they go. They come and they go, they come and they go, and then they come back again. Right. So, get that back up to heat, put some more water in, then there's enough water in there to be able to whiz it up without it splattering everywhere, because splattering onions and garlic is not something I intend on doing, so I won't. There we go, it's coming back up, and I'm going to let it get a bit more up to there now. No, a bit more, I think. Just a bit more water. It doesn't really matter because the water will disappear. That pan can be filled with water and it will all go. If you're interested in method at all when it comes to cooking onions, what I like to do, here's my complete onion sauce method, is just cut them up, bung them in some olive oil and cook them quite slowly until they go translucent. And then, with not pineapple, what's that other thing that's a bit like pineapple? That's it, garlic. Put that in there as well, but actually put it in at the same time. Onions go translucent, and then you can carry on, just think and start adding water to it until eventually you end up with a soup that then can be liquidized and it will turn into what looks like wallpaper paste. But just because it looks like wallpaper paste doesn't mean it will be as appetizing. No, nowhere near. Right, come on, get back up to temperature. I'm going to be needing another cup of tea at this rate. Well, there we go. So I've probably got a minute or so to just read through another couple more comments, and I might as well do that, haven't I? Where did we get to? Where did we get to? Oh, that's where we got to. Yeep, did you make it from scratch? Well, the onion sauce. Well, I'm doing. Well, I've just explained it now. So, we go. Ginger in the onion base. No, I like my ginger afterwards. I like to have slices of ginger. Slices of ginger so you can actually bite and chew the pieces of ginger. I love ginger. Ginger's brillogs. So I'm going to have quite a bit of that. Yes. Ah, no, I don't think what the heck you realised what was going on there. I had to actually not look at the screen whilst I was doing that because I couldn't see it from that distance. I can't read everything out. Daniel asks, I don't see Puttycat in here today. Well, he's not. Puttycat isn't always here. Not everybody is always here. The only person that's always here is me. And the Greenwood, it seems. It's a bit early, says the Greenwood. Very well. Damn, I unliked it. I tried to got to 15. Oh, that means that you get 2 likes. Yeah, you did. You did. We got 16 likes on this one now. Maybe this will be just the usual thing where I'll get about 200 views. 25 people will like it, and I'll end up feeling a bit disappointed. But things will change. And look at this, I'm already at the end of the comments, which is quite good because it means I can go straight back to doing that in just 1 second. Hello, though, says Daniel. Yeah, and hello to you too. Captain, do you like Indian food? And have you ever had a go at it? Well, yes. I mean, unless you mean specifically something that is just strictly Indian, I really have more sort of generic curries, I suppose. I'll just cook it in such a way where I like it, and that will do. Not really into it's got to be proper authentic through and through because I'm happy enough as long as I like it. Really, that's it. Hazib Lucky says hi. Hello, Hazib Lucky, and. I like a little splash of nice IPA in my onion sauce. Adds a little depth. Oh, if only. I don't think I've ever tried that. I'm always here, says Greenwood. I've got sucked into the matrix and now I can't get out of the chat box and there's no door. At least the sofa here is big and comfy. Well, good for you. Enjoy spreading out on it. That's all I can say. I put cabbage in my curry base, then freeze it, and then I need to add it to water. That's interesting. Yeah. Well, cabbage isn't going to spoil anything, I wouldn't have thought. Hi, says Majid Motagi. Motagi? Hello, welcome indeed. Right, so this now. Oh, Pingu's here. Pingu Concord is here. Pingu Concord is here. Ahoy there, Captain. How's your day been? It's not been the most productive, I must admit. I'll tell you about that in a bit if you like. Beatty, I'm back. Hello, Beatty. I'm back too. Hi, says Beatty, because Beatty's back. Good for you, Beatty. Now, let's turn this into some sort of... Oh, another one there. Name me -1. Hello, all. Hello, all. Hello, -1. It's time to liquidize the yummy ones. This is getting very, very hot. In fact, these bits of potatoes are more like sort of mini roast potatoes now. This won't take long either. So make sure you give me something to say in a minute. Oh, right. It's very, very runny. I might. It doesn't matter because it will all evaporate before. So before I put the onions in the sauce, the next thing to do is do the spice mix. And then the tomato. Oh shit. That's quite hot. Spice mix. So, cheating again here, I'm afraid, by using some of this, which is very, very good indeed. So, fortunately, there's not much left. And Madras. And unfortunately, there's not much of that either. So, as much as I wanted to make a curry that was just like the one I had the other day, but with potatoes, I'm not going to be able to do because there's not enough stuff there. There's nowhere near enough there to really to do. So I'm going to have to take a chance and use something else. Either just make up my own spice mix, which doing that, I'm discovering the best thing to do is keep it really simple. Or I'll just use another spice mix. I'll take a chance on it being okay, but really what I find is not even so much the spices themselves, but what makes it good is how long you cook it for and the method that you cook it with. So I have some keema or Bombay biryani. I think I'll go for that. Not much of that either. Oh, no, that's enough. That might be enough anyway. Wow! 130 people watching. That is something. Not really. Trouble is, it still doesn't really seem to be quite enough spice mix on the go. I don't want to add in another spice mix. I'll say there's some more biryani here as well, so I have to open up a new packet of it. Oh dear. It's no good if you, for me, a curry's got to be properly spicy. So that should definitely be enough now. And turn this back up. Turn that one off. I wonder if I'll be hungry by the time this is finished cooking enough to want to eat some of it. And the last night I wasn't hungry to start with. I made that cheesy stuff, the Stilton and horseradish beef thing. It was fantastic. It was surprisingly good. So maybe I'll have the same kind of thing tonight in this. Somebody's going to like the sound of that, aren't they? Now, should I read some more comments out? Just see what else is going on here. Because I don't want to miss anything. I don't want anybody going away because they feel left out. No, I jolly well don't. Oh, well, quite a few actually. Oh. No English. Did ask. Did someone ask for a penguin? Hey, Pingu. No English. No gorgeous Mistress Tracy. Farce, says Motty guy. Motty. Don't know what you mean by that, but I don't mind. Anyway. Hi Dino, how's the weather where you are today? Asks Pingu to Dinosaur Dad, because if you don't know and you're interested, Dinosaur Dad is on the other side of the world to us who are in Britain. Beatty, I dip my feet in your dinner, says Puppy Cat from Right, okay, so it's Puppy Cat from B and Puppy Cat. You can't really make sense of that, I'm afraid, but I'm not even going to try to. Why do you always cook so late? Asks name me minus one. And the answer is that it's the time I do this live stream, and I don't have to eat this tonight. I can eat it tomorrow. I generally live at work from food that I've made in live streams. It's quite a good way of doing it because I've just put it all into plastic pots, and I've got my microwave at work that makes some horrendous noise, and I have something rather good to eat. But I've finished off the last of this type of curry that I had made a few days back, and it was fabulous. I really enjoyed it. That's all I had all day, and it was enough. I'm waiting for my plane, says Beatty. I wonder what kind of plane that might be. Andrew Buttigieg, hello. Can you say happy birthday, Ebony? Ebony, please. It's my granddad's 100th birthday. Is that true? Oh, Steve Parkin. Sorry, I was thinking of somebody else then. Ebony. Is that Ebony? Or Ebony, I think it's Ebony, isn't it? 100th birthday, right? It's okay. Well, happy birthday to Ebony, Steve's grandma. Sup, Andrew? How's your day been going? It's still dark outside, but dry in the autumn around 18 during. 18 degrees during the day. I really can't complain. Yeah, it's not exactly that late, is it? Late. Cold is what I was thinking. Oh, it's chilly there. Oh, it's chilly. All right. Okay. Me and my grandma are watching. Now she's 100, says Steve Parkin. Well, thank you and very much welcome to this live stream, Steve Parkin. Don't forget to like. Okay. Bro, I'm eating a muffin, says Beatty. That's interesting. Eating a muffin. You make curries more than Boaty. Well, of course I do, because he didn't really make them, does he? All he does, he just warms them up. He just gets them from work, takes them home, warms them up, and tries to claim credit for the lot, doesn't he? Moto Foods. Hello, sir. Hello. Sounds nice. Sounds nice. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy Moti. Moti. Moto. What's cooking? Moto. It's kind of a strange curry. That's a new name for me, I think. Large format printer. You should buy a 3D printer. They're cheap now. Are they? Well, that's interesting to know, and I'll bear that in mind when I need something 3D printing. James Red O'Connor. Do you sit on a bowl? Do you sit on a bowl this late at night from your curry bowels from eating constant curry? Well, believe it or not, I don't really have a problem with that kind of thing. I just eat. I eat stuff. I like spicy food, and I think spicy food's good for you. Your farts must be rippers, says James. They are sometimes. But do you know what? Tonight, none at all. And what did I eat last night? Cheese. What did I eat today? Curry. But no farts. Oh, and egg. I forgot about that. I did. Although I had my curry at work today, I came home and I was quite hungry. And I had some rice, some yellow rice. And so I cooked that with some spice mix and put 2 eggs in it. And no farts yet. Captain, can you say Dented Doris will live again for an edit? Yes, I can. I'm going to do it. It's the sound of this, isn't it? Dented Doris will live again. Good. Poor old Dented Doris. I shall tell you. Pingu messaged me before, and poor old Dented Doris is showing some head gasket issues, unfortunately, which is a shame. But it happens sometimes, doesn't it? What was it, 1,000 miles? 1,000 miles and everything's been fine in it, and then suddenly the oil's got a bit creamy, hasn't it? This channel comes live from Trumpton due to curry exposure. What curry? Well, the curry that I'm making. Beatty says, you like apples. I do, yes. Nothing wrong with apples. Has Mr. Benny made any progress on the TF? Oh, Mr. Berry. Oh, yeah. Well, I was actually expecting him to come around with it the other day, because he said I'll bring it round and we can do a video where we basically close the story. But I will be seeing him again quite soon. I'm sure of that. Can you make curry? Yes. Can you make mutton Rogan Josh? Yep, I could do mutton duck bungalow. Oh, Blair is here. Hello, Blair. Not seen you for a while. Hello, Mustard. And hello, everyone here. I've missed you all. Finally, today I finished my exams and took my summer vacation. Lovely. That must be, well, quite a relief, really. And there we go. Well done. Well done. Do you know what? Right, what the heck says? Do you know what of OS? No idea what you mean. Can you say Betty got better butter? No, I can't say Betty got better butter. I find it impossible to say. When it comes to tongue twisters, I cannot manage a single one. Just, I'll prove it. I'll prove it. If you can think of a tongue twister, I'll show you. I can't manage it. I can't get past the first word without it going completely wrong. Can you make mutton Rogan Josh? You did ask that one, and I could do, though I haven't done. Summer vacation makes me think of the movie American Pie. I suppose so. I don't think I've seen that one, no. Do you know what OnlyFans is? Asks, what the heck? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. If you want, you can have a look at the link to my OnlyFans on my description of the video. I'm sorry, I'm only joking. Do you know what? I might put a pretend link in there, or a link to somebody else's, just for a joke, to see what happens. Marchoda Branagor says, Moto. Goodwin says, Kendrick is better than you. Well, I'll take your word for it. I need a bit more proof than that. Let's have a little mix up in here again. And the onions are, oh gosh, never do that. If you have reading glasses, take them off before you stand up and start walking around, because you will find yourself wobbling around like a complete lunatic. That's reduced quite nicely, so again, turn the heat back up, ready for some more onion. And that onion is very, very runny at the moment, but it had to be really to do that with it, but it's fine. Oh, and I come to think that last time I did this, I just left the onions cooking in the pan, and then I bumped it into the curry afterwards at some point. But it won't really make a difference. You don't need to worry, I don't need to worry, nobody does. Okay, should I have another cup of tea? Should I have another cup of tea? Another cup of tea? Oh, should I have another cup of tea? Because I want one. Oh yes, I want one. The next thing also is to give the coriander a jolly good wash. A jolly good wash indeed. The kind of wash that gets rid of any of the dirty stuff that may be lingering around in between the bits there. We don't want gritty coriander, and trust me, you don't. I have had it before where I used coriander, I didn't wash it, I put it into some curry, and it was like I was using the shovel from the sand pit rather than a spoon. It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. You'd imagine that this had been washed beforehand, but it doesn't appear to have done. Now do the job. Right, eh? One in front. Yeah. To try and keep up with things, I am about to, well, replenish this cup of liquid tea over here. And come back and read some more comments before doing the coriander bits. I don't probably want to be too long to catch up anyway, will it really? That's the thing actually. Read your comments out frequently and you don't get a chance to get ahead of me too much, do you then? No. Oh yeah, was that Kendrick is better than you, which means so little to me that I got distracted. Blair says, I can sleep now as much as I want. No lessons, no school, no Zoom classes, no surprise tests, just rest and sleep. Sounds good to me. Glad to hear the Berry Mobile is running, but I think Alison suits you better. Berry Mobile. Oh right, oh Berry Mobile. Yes. Well, I never even drove that on the road anyway. Oh, Smegmania, that's a cool name. Oh gosh, right. I'd pay for you to stretch your arsehole on cam, mate. Wow. That is desperate, actually. They're really desperate. Did you say that to all the boys? That's the question, though. I mean, because I'd only do that for somebody who made me feel special. And if that's the first thing you say, I don't think it's going to work. I need a bit more. I need a bit more from you, I think. And that's a pity because I like your name as well, Smegmania. I was going to mark that one. I was going to give you a 7 out of 10 for that as well. What car do you drive? Asks, what the heck? I drive my car and my other car and my other car. And soon there will be 4 cars that I regularly drive. But for the moment, it's just 3. Time for some Earl Grey. Actually, I forgot. I've used up quite a lot of the Earl Grey at work. But I've still got a few left. I've still got a few left here as well. Have you heard about the Persian curry Dogan? No idea. I don't know what you're talking about. Right, what are you cooking today? Mustard, asks Blair, and the answer is a curry. A curry. Yeah, a beef curry. Why is your name Captain Mustard? Because that is what my parents decided I should be called. I popped 50 odd years ago, and they said, oh, you know what? He looks like he should be called Captain Mustard. That's what my dad said, and my mother said, you know what? That's exactly what I was thinking. And so they named me Captain Mustard against all of the advice from everybody they've ever met or ever will know. But they stuck with it. They said, no, that's his name. Nobody can ever call him anything other than that because it's clear. He's got it tattooed on his head. I hope his hair grows okay. Crab curry. Yeah. Means what breakfast you have. I don't really worry about breakfast. I just eat food when I'm ready for it, really. Jimmy Quinn. Hello, Jimmy Quinn. Aldi have a good offer on Brewdog Lost Lager. 12 tins for £6. I think you were drinking it the other night. No, I've never tried it. 12 tins for £6. That is really cheap, actually. Jimmy. You got gum. What's gum? Do you mean have I got gums? Or do you mean something else? I will donate 200 something if you pick up the fish and eat it, says what the heck. Well, that's very generous of you. Which one would you like me to pick up? And you have to pay first. Yeah? I'm not eating my fish unless I'm being paid for it properly. Dear, should I visit you? Is that you? Dear, should I visit you? Oh, you're welcome to come and visit if you can find me. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Oh, I should keep the bag. Keep the bag. Keep the bag. Which one of you lot's going to get eaten tonight then, eh? Well, I wouldn't really want to do this. I know you want feeding, don't you? They want feeding. They're all coming to the surface and like, please feed us. Well, I'm sorry, but you're going to be feeding me tonight because I get 200 something for it. $200, £200, I don't know. It's going to be worth it, though, isn't it? Got to be worth it. That should be my last cup of the tea of the night, really. I don't want to overdo it. Right, okay, I'm kind of back again. Quick catch up, then it's coriander time. Oh, right, hang on. Right, so there. No, I was only messing. No, it's too late. I've got my PayPal there. I'm expecting some money in there. Oh, yes. I've already chosen which one I'm going to eat. 200 quid each, that's what I reckon. It's a 4.5% lager, says Jimmy Quinn. I see. Yes. Now, I like some of the Brewdog stuff. It's Brewdog. They made craft beer more fashionable, didn't they? They did a jolly good job of it. My wife said she's leaving me because I exaggerate too much, says Dino Dad. I was so shocked I nearly tripped over my cock. I was messy, sorry, messing don't hurt your fish. I know you were messing, and obviously you must know that I am too. Natasha is Motif Nesha Gotti Gate? Natasha, oh, Nasha, right, Nasha. I just did try saying it. Nasha is Motif Nesha Gotti Gate. Don't know what that is, but I'm glad I had a go. Do a cartwheel. What makes you think I can do a cartwheel? I'd end up upside down on the floor with my head spinning and bits of bodily fluid everywhere that normally doesn't do. You'll have to pay him not to eat the fish now. Yeah. What the? It's the thing, you know. If you haven't got the money to pay for it, you've got to be careful what you ask for. Daffy Duck pulled a lady in a hotel and called reception for a condom. Shall I stick it on your pills? At the receptionist. Very good. Well, I like that one. Thank you very much, Ross, for that. Do you smoke? Asks Moto Foods. And the answer is no. No, I don't. Do you? Does anybody here smoke? Interesting question. Does anybody think it's okay to? Is anybody actually annoyed by the way that it's kind of frowned upon so much these days? I think I would be if I did. If I smoked, I'd probably be really disappointed by how many people don't want you to do it. Come on, coriander. You know you want to be in bits. There goes the rubber band. That's normally I'll chop it up until I get to the point where I've actually cut through the rubber band, and then I know I've got the right amount of coriander, which sounds like a very, very strange way of doing it, but it's my way of doing it, and I'm sticking with it. So what can you do? And what can you do? Are you really going to complain at me? Are you really going to tell me not to cut my coriander up like that? I don't think you are. There we are. Still need to use the rest of this onion up. because I did. I should have actually just. Why didn't I just do that? Yeah, let's do that. Right, now here we go. There's quite a nice bit of coriander there, all going into the mix. That's where it starts to smell really good. Back up to that proper kind of heat again. I think so far there's not even any tomatoes in this, but there will be. I'll turn that back down again. When I get to the end of it and I've finished cooking, I'm going to sprinkle a whole load more coriander on it. So as the Green would say, stalks for cooking, leaves for the something else. Because I'm trying to think of something that rhymes with cooking then, but best not. Right, so what have I got that I can slam down to impress you all with then? I need some slamming props, don't I? Slamming props. Now then, hello everybody, I'm still here. Has anybody subscribed to my channel tonight? That's what I want to know. Right, well, yes. No, right. I theories. Oh. No, smoking is bad. Well, of course it's bad. Why did you ask? Yes, smoking is great, says Roundtree. Right, okay, that's why I asked then, isn't it? I will never tease anyone again, says What the Heck. What about? What will you never tease anyone? What did you tease? Did you tease somebody tonight? Or is this a completely unrelated incident that you thought you'd bring to the table? Because you wanted the advice of Lenny. Lenny, tell me what's going on. Slammed Lenny down. Oh, gosh. Hurt your foot, did you? Sorry. I smoked for 20 years and then gave up 18 years ago. Well, 18 years, and I know you said this before, occasionally the craving comes back and you can never properly escape it. That's the curse of it, isn't it? Where does the term fag come from? I've been told, but I'm not sure. Hang on. Wildman on the right. Oh, wide man on the right. Sorry, wide man on the right says, "Hi, do you have a friend called Spunkfish?" Not that I'm aware of, but I do have many friends that I'm not aware of, so it's quite possible that very much could be the case. Let's unplug this phone as well because I don't want to be overcharging it. I keep on doing that. I don't know where it comes from, to be honest, Dino Dad. Lol at the coriander rhyme, which had to be cut short for the language. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? Again, I just forget what I'm doing. And I'm just simply, I am, it's like I'm out of control. I just start doing live streams and whatever comes into my head just pops straight out. It's brilliant. For the moment, the filter is off when you do a live stream, but you have to kind of just be a little bit aware just in case. And then I usually stop myself just in time. Maybe that's the way we want it, eh? Say he needs some milk. Say he needs some milk. Say who needs some milk? Can you say this word? Jeff. Says, what the Jeff? Well, what's wrong with Jeff? Jeff's fine. Jeff's quite a good name. I prefer it with a G than a J though, because the name Jeff, Jeff, it sounds almost like you're swearing. Whereas Jeff, Geoff, is much more gentlemanly. So I prefer that. That's the one I'm going to go for. That's amazing. I have just subscribed, says Wideman on the right. Yes, thank you very much. I feel quite triumphant by that. Thank you. Don't forget to like the live stream as well. Thank you. Do you finish work late? It seems to be cooking, but no, not really. But the live stream, my slot, I figure the best time. The best time to do a live stream is sort of just before 9 when the house goes a bit quiet and finish at around 10:30-ish, maybe 11:15. Don't go too late because my friend Boaty then does a live stream, and I can tell you that on Boaty's World, his live stream is better than mine. So the last thing I want to do is start getting in his way. And he's not the kind of man you want to mess with. Oh no. No, I did it once by accident and I've been frightened ever since, so I won't do that. I said, Jeff says, what the heck? I know you did. You did do indeed. And like I said, I prefer the Jeff with the G-O rather than the J. It's just a nicer name, don't you think? Did you fund my wife? Yes. Or did I? I don't know. Oh no, your message has been retracted. You don't have to do that, what the heck? There's no need. You can keep it there. That is very That is very smart, says Wideman on the right. Hang on 1 second. What's wrong? Oh, what? Not coming. Don't worry about it. Just a what? Well, there was a wasp, or there is a wasp still. There's a wasp at large. I couldn't find it. It's gone. What can you do? What can you do with a wasp that isn't there? Let's say I think a few more people have come in as well whilst I've been. What are you for? But hang on, let's right. Okay, Pingu Concord was well up to. For your information, Captain, the Codfather has completed 500 reliable miles since I changed head gaskets, and is now my daily school run duty due to Doris being poorly. Poor little Doris, eh? May I ask your UK location? Asks Wideman on the right. Yes, you can, and you have, and it is Rochdale. What the heck? Asks, do you have a wife? Yes, I do, but she's at work. And Dino Dad, a girl goes to the pet shop and asks for rabbits. What would you like, the fluffy white one or the fluffy brown one? The owner asks, and the girl says, I don't think my snake will give a shit. Right, okay. What are you for a guy? Asks Nis. I don't really know what you mean by that, but my name is Marcus from Sweden, he goes on to say. People should be kind and respectful. Oh, of course, yes, of course they should, but they're not always, and we don't need to concern ourselves too much with it. That's what I think. I'm back. Have I missed any parping? Asks Emma Lemon. You haven't. There's still been none gone on. That's rather weird, isn't it? And the fact that you've asked if you've missed any parping is even more weird, because that suggests that your favourite parts of my live stream is my uncontrollable gas, which is a shock. Is a shock. I tell you, it's a shock, and that is. Dino Dad likes ABBA. Yeah, nothing wrong with ABBA. My brother's name is Jeffrey, who's still a wanker. And Volvos to Greenwood High. Good evening, Miss Lemon. How are you doing? Ross. Hi, Lemon. Hello. I love your fish, says Nis. Good. That's good that they didn't get eaten, as people keep asking me to eat them, but I won't do. And IKEA meatballs. I like fish and Concords. Hide and seek IKEA. Done you host, says Fergie Pinto. You was here yesterday. Hello, Pingo, Andrew. Hello, Mustard. Can you fart for an edit? I could make a fart sound. Everybody must have mastered the art of making a farty sound without actually doing it. If I believed you was really wanting one for an edit, I would actually do it. I would. I would definitely fart for an edit. Gosh, this smells really good. As you would. What would you expect, eh? You wouldn't expect it to smell horrible, would you now? It is time to start bunging in some tomatoes. Don't seem to be that oily tonight, though. Right, I'm going to push all the stuff to one side there, and then use the oil to cook the tomatoes in. That's always my favourite way. Well, they've disappeared, haven't they?
Well, yeah, but you've got to find it.
Well, you can't find it, it's disappeared. It could have gone outside.
Well, it didn't, because it wasn't near the window.
Charlotte Calliston is... Oh! Charlotte Calliston is going... night everyone, hope tomorrow brings you sunshine and joy. I hope so too. I like sunshine and I like joy. Much prefer it to rain, but apparently it's going to be a bit rainy again tomorrow, which is typical really. That reminds me of there's another regular that we used to have here. I can't remember her name, but she was in holiday in Spain. But she lived in Scotland and she was here every night for a while. What happened to her? Have you seen Tommy Turbot this week? Asks Pingu Concord. Well, unfortunately, no, I haven't. And I could do with doing because that car's starting to be away a little bit, really. We should saw some movement now. It's been 4 weeks now since any progress. The trouble is, things need to be moving around in the yard really to make it worthwhile them staying there, don't they? And it can't really move at all at the moment. So what the next step is going to be to have that engine actually bolted in. But this is a big but. The engine's been put in, and it's going to have to come straight back out again, unfortunately, because something was... there was a bit of a mistake, put it this way. It was a mistake on Tom's behalf, of course. Unfortunately, it's a mistake big enough for this. Oh dear. It's got to have a different gearbox put in it. That's really it. So it's a real setback, not just a small one. In actual fact, the 4 weeks back when we bunged the engine in, I thought, well, the next step is a matter of plugging everything in, bolting the exhaust to it, finding the correct engine mounts, and just a few of the bits of sticking things together, and then it should be ready to turn over. But no, it's much more awkward than that, unfortunately. Tanya, is Fred running this week? Yeah, Fred's been okay actually. Fred's been, it doesn't really get used a lot. And a lot of the time I get down to work and the Fred's blocked by a van because although there's been some movement in the yard, because there are quite a few cars still knocking about that could do with finding somewhere else to live. Ones like Fred are in a place that gets blocked in. I mean, I suppose I could always actually find somewhere else to put it that I'm still allowed to use, but there isn't anywhere. And that's the thing. That's why the yard needs to be reduced down to the cars that are actually being used or sold, rather than ones that are just hanging around. Unfortunately, the one that's a real problem at the moment is that Sterling, the 800 Sterling, because that's been sat in the same place for a very, very long time, and the owner isn't particularly good with communication. But he has known for about 6 months that it needs somewhere else to live. Oh, here we go. This is getting close on being finished now. Very close. Looks like I'm going to have some quite exciting clean up to do afterwards now. That's it. Close on being finished doesn't mean it's going to get eaten tonight. And although it's getting to that time, I'm still not really hungry yet anyway, so there's not a lot of point in thinking about it. Just turn everything down, just let it simmer. You want to see though, there we go. That's what it now looks like, which is what I would expect. I'm not even going to eat this curry with rice. Just going to have it as it is because it's got potatoes in it, so it's got enough carbs, more than enough carbs. Trying to cut them down. It's not so easy, especially when you eat something like this and you start craving something like potatoes. So at this stage of this live stream tonight, I think I'm all yours. There's not much point in doing anything else with this. I'm not going to eat it. It's just going to simmer. Besides turning it off afterwards and cleaning up, that's it. And you know what that means, don't you? Do you know what that means? No, you don't. No, you don't, because I haven't told you. It just occurred to me how curious I look with this orange t-shirt on. It doesn't suit me at all. What could be going inside here? What could be going inside here? Beer. Beer. Dum, dum, dum. What could be going inside here? What could be going inside here? Beer. Beer. Yeah, obviously, beer. So now has come the time where you can all chat as much as you like, because I will have the opportunity to read out what you say. Hopefully, you can make it something worthwhile reading out, something exciting, something interesting, something curious, something different, something challenging, something that isn't crap. That is your challenge now. Next mustard live stream needs to be a fart-inducing food. But I have eaten fart-inducing food, Emma Lemon. Yes, I have. What do we call fart-inducing food? Eggs curry. I've done them both. And I'm really... Why are you so interested in me farting? That makes you sound like a strange one. Master of the art of fart. Master the art of fart, says Peter P. Well, only in the morning. There's an amount of gas that gets saved up, and the moment I wake up, it's time to do one. But then during the day, often no more happen. Don't know why. And at the moment, I feel a bit like I'm missing out on something rather fabulous, and I wish I wasn't. So here we go. It's time for the little lager. Would you like a little lager? Yes, I would. It's probably a little bit too cold. It's not. It's actually looks like it's on fire. Will it tip out or will it freeze? I think it's just on the moment of about to freeze. Oh, you just caught it beforehand. Yeah, if that had been in the freezer any longer, that would be coming out and going into cubes. That tastes better than usual. I wonder why that is. I mean, this isn't a bad lager. It's the San Miguel copy. But like them all, I suppose, you get, depending on how long it's been knocking about, they do lose some of their freshness. But maybe this is one that's just got a really long date on it or something. 22nd of April 2025. So it can't be that old. That's good, isn't it? Yep. Has George relocated his SD1 yet? Asks Pingu. No, he hasn't. I thought it was going to be happening last week because he messaged me and said, "Oh, you went out on Friday?" And I said, "Yep." So right, I'll be up then. Because 2 weeks before that, the car was supposed to be going. So I presume that's what was happening, but it wasn't. He just came up. He came up to change a wheel. Be happening soon, though, I'm fairly sure. South London in chat says lifeguard drillers. Yeah, lifeguard drillers. Cool. Welcome. What is the yard worth where you work, Paul? Well, that's an interesting question. That sounds almost like you have the money to buy the place, provided it's cheap enough. But it isn't. It's not cheap. I'm sure that the landlord he would sell it for £500,000. That's the whole lot, of course. And that's quite a lot of money. And I know it's an awful lot more than what he paid for it. But that's the nature of having some money in the first place. It gives you the opportunity to buy something that you know is going to go up in value, like a classic car, or like a huge plot of land with some knackered buildings on it. The future is always going to be ever so slightly unsure, isn't it? With anywhere like that, because property developers come along and want to buy patches of land to put houses on. You can't bung loads of houses on there. Maybe realistically, about 10, 12, if the buildings were knocked down. But anyway, I suppose with the containers on their way, still on the way, they can't go in yet because there's a big patch of land that has to be scraped back and flattened out and have some big concrete Lego bricks put in place to stop the hill from falling down. That's not happened yet, and it will be doing soon. And I'm thinking I've still got a car in the way because I've not got anywhere else to put it. And this is the trouble, actually. When you are storing cars for other people without even their permission, and you haven't got anywhere to put your own car, that is a bit annoying after a while. I think the SD1 would suit Mick Jagger, says Peter P. Not that one. Maybe. Or Mick Hucknall. Right. So it's just to have to evict John Bon Jovi from it. It's not Bon Jovi. It's Joey Tempest. Why don't boxers have sex before a fight? Because they can't stand each other. Because they can't stand each other. Are you missing a word there? I was going to say because that sore rings. You look like a Jaffa, Paul, in that one. That's what it is, actually. I look like a Jaffa. The essence of mustard. Are you trying your new? The essence of mustard. Are you trying for a new product line? Oh wow, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? I think it's nice and cheerful and pops up the can. There we go. That's looks like Aldi Stella. It's a bit the can's the same colour, but you can tell by that it is copying San Miguel, not Stella, and that's a good thing because it's better. Do your girls approve of the latest Torah? Asks Pingu. Yes, they do. They very much do. They all like it. And so do I. In fact, I'm going to go as far to say is that I think I actually prefer it to the other one, really. It's just a bit easier to get along with. If it wasn't for that hole in the boot, I'd certainly be very happy with it. But I'm still open to the idea of swapping it for something a bit more classic. Gives mustard's face a nice healthy orange glow, apparently. What's the German word for bra? Stop and flop 'em. What is Boaty doing you in the Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, what is Bolty doing to you in the thumbnail for the live stream? I wasn't even aware. Ah, yeah. That's a very that's a very naughty joke. We can't really have that one in there particularly. Do you get the garages with it? Yeah. Oh no, you mean the containers? I don't know. I don't know. Well moderated. Yes. Yes. A a nice Volvo 240 for Captain Sinap. Sweet mustard. Ah, right, I see. A 240 would suit me. There are a bunch of old cars that I would really like. Old Volvo, definitely. Old Vauxhall. I like the old Vauxhalls. I like some of the old Fords, but of course, you know, the prices of old Fords. I was talking to a chap today, sorry, I'll turn that around there. I was talking to a chap today that's got a Capri 2.8 injection, and he's going to bring it up quite soon for me to do a test drive in, which I'm very much looking forward to because I've had a Capri. In fact, I've had 4. I had one 2.8 injection, which was a tatty old thing, whereas this one's a much nicer one. But he's had these kind of cars all his adult life, and he was saying about how it's changed because, you know, when you can just pick them up for nothing, and then, you know, it's the middle classes that basically price you out of it by just paying more and more for them. And then suddenly you've got an old thing like this, which was designed for the normal people, just in the hands of those with a whole load of money. It seems a bit backwards, really. And I agree. Right, that's that one done. And now we're back to a more liquidy curry. Oh, I've just realised I've forgotten something. Oh, that'll never do. I have forgotten something that's really important. But because I'm not about to eat it, it doesn't really matter whether I add it now. There we are. Oh gosh. Oh, I did my first burp. Ginger. How did I forget that? Oh. The only trouble is, of course, it's frozen. So it's like a brick instead, isn't it? You can actually get the skin off without too much waste whilst it's frozen. But I'm not going to attempt to cut it whilst it's frozen because of the potential for injury. And I have had that before. I'll tell you what I did once. It's not nice. About 8 years back, I was making a curry. Funnily enough, I was making a curry, and I was making a chicken curry, but the chicken was frozen because it was in the freezer, awaiting a time for it to be cooked. But it was like big chunks of chicken breast, and I didn't really want to try and cook it all in big lumps like that. So I thought, well, I'll cut it up. But I tried to cut it up whilst it was frozen, and there I was like properly digging in like this with my knife, which was a reasonably sharp one, and of course it slipped onto my finger. And I had one of those moments where I thought, oh, I daren't look. And anyway, I did quite a nasty cut, but didn't go any further than that. But it did make me make me learn a lesson about trying to cut frozen chicken. Chicken's worse as well, because obviously uncut chicken's kind of poisonous. The last thing you want is poisonous meat products in your fleshy bits, you know. There they are. Righty, it is 10:30, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to just finish up, because I've got quite a bit more cleanup to do than normal, and I need to make sure that I do that. So I'm just going to go through the comments here and then come to the end, okay? MLT, MLT garage next to the yard. No, that's owned by somebody else. That's nothing to do with it. Your competition tonight, Captain, is an American freeway traffic camera and some amateur boxing live. You'd think if that's all I'm competing with, I'd be a bit more popular, wouldn't you? Yeah. Yes, I would, Pingu. Pingu asks, if you won the lottery, would you consider buying the yard for yourself, or go straight to buy Charlotte Church's neighbour's house? I like the yard. I do. I tell you what though. Imagine if for some reason I could have the whole yard to myself. What would I do with the people that are there? Would I feel bad about saying, look, this is my yard now, and I know you can pay me a bit of rent, but I'd rather you just not be here, because that, frankly, is how I think I would do it. If I had the whole yard to myself, it wouldn't end up as some sort of carved graveyard, but it'd be lovely to just have somewhere big like that to properly film and just not really have anybody else coming in, dropping nails and screws everywhere, leaving the gate open. Gosh, that would be wonderful. The amount of little niggles I have with being there is quite something. Imagine if I could have the big building, I could have ramps in there, and I could actually do proper work. I could have somewhere to keep everything. I could have somewhere dry to keep cars. I could make plans. I could make makeshift buildings out of all sorts of things, and nobody would try and stop me and tell me I can't do that there. It'd be wonderful. And best of all, I wouldn't have to tolerate awful tin pot local radio every single day. And it sounds like a stupid and unrealistic complaint, but honestly, it drives me to distraction. When that radio is on full volume and hearing these awful, dreary, depressing songs, it just makes me want to go home. It really does. I either go to the other end of the yard and find something to do down there, or I think I want to go home. And the trouble is now, the other end of the yard is now somewhere that I don't actually use. So unless I just go down there just to do some filming of some kind, I've no real business being down there. Peter P. Make a Star Wars inspired curry in a future live stream. I don't know how I would go about that. Don't forget to like, says the Greenwood. Thank you very much for that. I sliced my thumbnail off on Sunday chopping mint. Feels like I've been circumcised. Nasty. You need noise cancelling headphones for the yard. Right, okay, but how does it cancel the noise? How does it do that? Look, TYS 1865 is back and says, eat one of your fish. You're too late. I've already been paid to do it. Noise cancelling headphones mean big things on though, doesn't it? I did actually at one point today, just before finishing, I was going to do. I actually thought, why not just edit some video? I could rather just going home early. I could sit in the car in the lockup with the windows closed and edit a video. But I didn't do. But that would have made sense, wouldn't it? I don't know. It's witchcraft. It'd have to be, wouldn't it? Anyway, so there we go. 1 hour and 40 minutes, 37 seconds in, and the live stream is about to end. So if you're going to like it, here's your opportunity to do it before I actually go. And tomorrow I shall be back. I shall be back to do some more. And both is on at 11. So I suggest you go over and see that. Good night from me and good. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. I've not said thank you. Thank you to everybody who's joined in. Thank you for everyone who's liked. Thank you for every comment. And the biggest thank you goes to the Greenwood for the moderation tonight. See you later. See you later. See you later. See you later.